Hello, and welcome to another episode of Storytime. And today I'm going to share with you an excerpt from my latest collection called Mistletoe Magic. This is my holiday collection. It's coming out in 2023, this December. And the excerpt I'm going to read to you is from Lucinda and the Christmas List. Is this? No. May I speak with? No, that's not right either. Hello, my name is, may I help you? I interrupted her, certain that wherever this obviously scripted conversation was going, I didn't want to follow. I was tired. I was hungry. And my microwave bell was signaling that my honey-dipped chicken tenders with fragrant mashed potatoes and crisp green beans were ready for consumption, if not quite living up to the package hype. But then I thought to myself as I pulled out the tray, few things do in this world. I'm sorry, and then came a belch of such significant proportions that I instinctively moved the phone away from my ear in case any of the breath made its way through the phone wires. I'm sorry, she said again. My name is Lucinda, and this is really my first day on the job. And even though I went through a lot of training, 6 months starting last July, I don't think practice is the same as real life. Know what I mean? May I help you? I said again, rummaging through the drawer for a clean fork or spoon. Obviously, I needed to wash dishes, since all 23 of my mismatched eating utensils were at that moment sitting in the sink with dried bits of food stuck all over them. Anyway, I'm calling to ask you if you've made your Christmas list yet, because look, please take my name and number off your list I already gave at the office. That was a lie in more ways than one. For one thing, I hadn't given anything anywhere yet. Not a dime into the red kettles, not $1 into the food pantry collection baskets. It wasn't that I was selfish or cheap or uncaring, but because I just hadn't gotten around to it yet. I'd do it as soon as I had a few extra bucks. I would tell myself every time I passed by one of the opportunities to give so everyone can have a Merry Christmas, as one of the signs proclaimed. It was just that so far I didn't have any hard currency to spare. As for that office part, that was just a repurposed utility closet off my kitchen, where I managed to eke out a living editing theses and manuscripts and resumes for people who needed my creative touch and ability to identify the proper usage of the possessive and plural form of nouns. And the only money I had donated thus far was the monthly rent check to my landlord. I'm not asking for anything, she said, her chipper voice starting to grate on me. Well, that's not true. I'm asking for something, but what I'm asking for is your list, your Christmas list. According to our records, you haven't submitted one yet, and if we don't get it in time, there's a chance that your delivery will be delayed. After all, it is December 23rd. Oh, look, I don't know who you are or what you want, but my dinner is waiting for me, I said, opening another drawer in search of any plasticware that would work in a pinch. I was hungry, and my meal, such as it was starting to cool. Third drawer down, she said, and without thinking, I moved to open the one she had suggested, and then stopped mid-pull. What? Not sure if I heard her right. Third drawer down. That's where you put the utensils you get from Mama Leone's and Foho Takeaway. Papa's Pizzeria only gives you napkins. I guess they figure you eat your cheese and broccoli pizza with your hands, so why waste the inventory? That was more than a little weird. How did she know where I ordered my meals? Was this yet another indication of personal information being sold to the highest bidder, namely the telemarketing industry? Or was I being spied upon? I instinctively closed the blinds over the kitchen sink, went to the living room where I pulled the curtain shut and then checked to make sure my front door was still triple locked. I'm sorry. I'm doing this all wrong. My instructor told me if I wasn't careful, I'd scare people, and that's just what I did. Let me try again. My name is Lucinda, and what do you want? I intended to make my voice belligerent and demanding, but instead it came out all quivery. Anyways, you will have to read the short story, Lucinda and the Christmas List, if you want to know what happens, who is Lucinda, what does she really want? Where did I get the idea from? Well, I'm sure you, as well as I, have gotten more than your fair share from calls from telemarketing people. And no offense to the telemarketers out there, I know you all have to make a living. But anyways, it was the combination of one too many calls on a day that was approaching the holidays. And I just started thinking about an elf whose job it was to call people who hadn't turned in their Christmas list on time. And because I love the holidays, truly, I love the holidays, the story almost wrote itself. Of course, there's other characters involved in it. You will have to, as I said, read the story to find out. And it is available in Mistletoe Magic. But it was such a fun story to write because of the characters. Lucinda, of course, and the other ones who get involved in this very strange holiday story. So I hope you enjoy the little excerpt, the little story about Lucinda and the Christmas List. And if you're interested in listening to any more of the excerpts, you can go to the Storytime page on my website, which is probably where you're listening to this now, or else you're listening to it on my YouTube channel, in which case the link is there. Thanks so much for joining me here at Storytime, and I look forward to bringing you another excerpt from Mistletoe Magic and Other Holiday Tales in the very near future.